Hello everyone and welcome back to Australian Politics. I'm Nick. Today we're going to be having a brief look at the South Australian state election, so next year in March. I've just got the pendulum up here and I'm going to be toying around with the map. I'm just going to basically make a little bit of a prediction. I will admit I don't know a lot about South Australian politics. All I know really is that Peter Malinauskas and Labor are almost ludicrously popular. And the same very much cannot be said for the Liberal branches over there. They are not exactly having a great time. So I don't think anyone here really doubts that Labor are going to win. I think they are definitely going to win. It's just going to be a case of how much. So because I don't know these seats well at all, I'm going to go into the tools bit and I'm going to just do it gradually alphabetically. Now I know that's not as visually appealing, and I'm sorry, I wish I knew it, but I don't. So Adelaide, I'm pretty sure that's already a oh no, that's opinion polling. Pretty sure that's already a Liberal Labor seat. It's at 6.2 at the moment. That'll go over 10 with the kind of polling that we're seeing. And just for context, this is the polling. We're seeing 67-33 to Labor. So it's really going to be a case for the Liberals of just hold on to whatever you can. And then when we look at preferred Premier, 70% satisfaction. That is, we are looking at Mark McGowan levels, and I did not think we would see that again anytime soon. Anyway, looking at Badco. That's already a safe seat. Could get over 20 black. Now that was the by-election seat. That was David Spear's seat. He resigned as Liberal leader, and as the member for black there, drugs were involved in that. Went almost safe to Labor in the by-election. I think it was like 9.9 or something. I think Labor will win. I think it will be about that margin again, maybe a little bit lower, so I'm going to just knock that down one. Looking at Bragg, I'm pretty sure I saw that on the Liberal side. Yeah, Jack Batty, I'm pretty sure that's like outer suburban, richer, better off part of East Adelaide. I think this is going to be close. I think Labor do get there though, just because Labor did significantly improve their performance around these parts in the federal election around Cert. Chafee. I'm just going to control Chafee. Okay, that's a Liberal seat. That's not going anywhere. I think that is the kind of seat that would vote Liberal even if the candidate was a sculpture. And there's always a handful. And there's always a handful for Labor too. It's a bipartisan thing. Looking at Cheltenham, that was Jay Weaverill's seat. I'm pretty sure that's fairly safe. Yeah, 19.1. That's going to go over 20%. That's going to be an absolute landslide. Colton. Okay, that's marginal for the Liberals. That will probably be fairly marginal, but I think that will flip. Croydon, that's Peter Malinauskas' seat. It's already the safest Labor seat in the country at 23.7, and with some of the numbers that we're seeing, like the 74% preferred Premier, this could go over 30%. And you do not see that every day. Davenport, okay, that's marginal Labor. That'll probably go over 10% realistically. Dunstan, that was one of the by-election. That was Stephen Marshall, former Premier's seat. He resigned. Labor win. It was fairly marginal then. I think it would probably be under 10, maybe about like 8 or something. It has a long Labor history. It was only really under people like Stephen Marshall that have started leaning Liberal. So I think it was the seat of Don Dunstan, arguably the greatest figure in South Australian Labor politics until probably upon Dave Peter Malinauskas does pull off a Mark McGowan-esque win, but I don't know. Elva. kind of area that I think PMLS' personal brand of politics, like, focusing a lot less on social issues and a lot more on things like actual infrastructure and getting the job done. That's where that's really going to start appealing. Infield. Okay, that's already safe Labour seat. That'll probably go over 20. Finnis. I'm pretty sure that's a Liberal seat. Yeah, it is. David Basham. This is probably going to be... Where is it exactly? Okay. That's going to be the type of seat that if Labour are able to pull through in, it's going to be a victory for the ages. Judging by that brief look at the map I saw, that's around the harbour, a lot of retirees there. Probably, I'm guessing very little to Rebecca Sharkey and the Central Alliance federally. If the Central Alliance or Nick Xenophon team was still around in state politics, it'd probably do fairly well around parts like that. I think it will flip to Labour, but it'll be probably on a tilt, realistically. Flinders, that's a independent, no, that's... Actually, I don't know. I thought he went into... Oh, he was just up against an independent. 3% up against... Okay. Looking at... This all depends on who the independent is, whether or not they contest. If they do, then it's probably gone. If it's not, then... I don't know, then... Labour are not going to win in a place like that. But for the time being, I'll just have it as Liberal, assuming the independent doesn't run. What was the margin there? 20.1, and that's like Port Lincoln, that sort of, yeah, the big rural bit there. That'll probably realistically still be safe. I can't see the seat the swing extending that far. Flory. Excuse my incredibly poor typing there. That's already a safe Labour seat. No reason for it to change. Frome or Froome, I'm not sure. Okay, got renamed. So that map must be old. So now it's Nadgery. Okay, that's what looks like quite a marginal seat. Liberals hold it, but on 3.3%. From what I read, that's like just outskirts of Gawler. That's gone. That's going Labour. Probably it'll be about 5% Labour, I'd guess. Gibson. I don't know what goes on in Gibson. Okay, that was Labour's most marginal seat before the Dunstan by-election. So that'll be safe. Gyles is already very safe. Whyalla, all the mining towns like Port Augusta and that. Labour aren't going to lose there. Hammond. Okay, where is it exactly? That's the problem. I don't know where all these seats are. So, see that's the kind of spot where, despite being on 5.1, I don't know if they would get over the line in a place like that. I don't know how well they're doing like a lot of the rural electorates. So I think I'm going to give it to the Liberals on a tilt, so under 1%. Hartley, that's Vincent Tarsia's seat. If it is, and I'm pretty sure, yeah, that's gone. That is going. No way he's going to hold that. Hasten, that's fairly marginal. I think that's against 1.9%. I'm pretty sure that's Adelaide Hills, so a lot of Central Alliance, that sort of thing there. And in 2022 and 2025, Federal Labour won the two-party preferred in Mayo, so all of the surrounding area, that's gone. Hurtle Vale. So Hurtle Vale, already a very safe seat for Labour. They're not losing that. Cowan, I think that's how you say it. I apologise if that's incorrect. Or again, already a very safe seat for Labour. I ain't going nowhere. Cavill, I'm pretty sure there was an independent here who I read had already endorsed a successor or something. I think I just read it. So retiring independent there. Something that, like I read, he's already endorsed a successor, and he's fairly popular around the joint. So I think the independent will get the job done. King. Where is it? Okay, yeah, that's the type of part of Adelaide that's going to go hard for Labor here. Lee, that's like West Lakes and that, I'm pretty sure. I feel like it's already a safe seat. Yeah, it is. That's Labor holding that light. That's again another very safe Labor seat. I'm pretty sure from memory that's like Gawler and that McKillop. I'm pretty sure that's Liberal safest seat. That's not going nowhere. Mawson, that's Liam Bignell. He's very good from what I've heard. I think he'll hold that. Morialta, I'm pretty sure that's Adelaide Hills, like north around Campbelltown and that. Very marginal Labor seat. Yeah, 1.4, that's gone. That has gone. Morfett. Okay, where is Morfett? Yeah, that's gone. It'll probably be under 10, but that is gone. Matt Gambier, I'm pretty sure there's an independent there, yeah. Already a safe seat for the independent, and I imagine that, I don't know. What was this? Naranga, that's another independent. Probably, again, be re-elected. The thing with the independents is once they're there, they're very hard to get rid of. And I think that's the case in most places. Newland. I feel like Newland's on the west. I could not have been more wrong. That's why you can't trust a word that comes out of my mouth. Playford, that's in North Adelaide. That is, again, the type of area that's really going to swing hard towards Labor. Port Adelaide, I think it'd be a cold day in hell before Labor loses there, especially with Susan Close there, the Deputy Premier. Ramsey, that was Mike Rand's seat. Again, safe Labor there. Raynal, I don't know where that is, but it's a safe Labor seat. Okay, that's down south, probably around Federal Exeter of Kingston. The Mandra Rishworth has a very strong personal vote there. She might be able to help, who knows. What was it? Let's see. I think so when you spell it right. That's it. This is... Okay, that'd probably be the seat that Liberals would win, but it would be very close. Stewart. Oh, it would be Stewart, like that. I did not think of that. Okay, that's Jeff Block. I have heard of that. I'm aware of him. He's very proactive and fairly good local member. As you can see, 17.1% of the two-party preferred. That's a good result for anyone, let alone an independent. Taylor. That's all. Again, safe Labor seat. That's not going to change. Torrens, I'm pretty sure is a safe Labor seat already. Oh, it's bang on. Like, it's not put one with like anything over 1% for swing there. That's going to flip. I'm pretty sure that's a Liberal seat. Yeah, David Bissoni, I'm pretty sure. Is he retiring? Yeah, he is. That's gone. That has gone. Wait. Okay, that's fairly marginal. Where is that? That's probably the sort of area that's starting to warm Labor a lot, at least from what I've read about Boothby and that. West Torrens, if that's around like Woodville and that, then that's safe. Or maybe not. Well, it's still very safe, but it's not plus 20%. Almost certainly will be after this election, but not just yet. Now, Wright is already a safe Labor seat. That's not changing. So our final total that we've got is 37 for Labor, 5 for the Liberals and 5 for the Independents. Doesn't look too bad when you look for the Liberals when you look at this view, but when you get down into Adelaide, that is complete obliteration. Like, I mean, you just have to look at this, 26 safe seats for Labor. That's a majority. I'm pretty sure that's a majority in itself. So, if you are a Liberal in South Australia, good luck, because this is going to get brutal. And I am a Labor supporter, but I do partially feel for you. But anyway, that is my prediction for the 2026 South Australian election. Thank you for tuning in this far, and I will talk to you all soon.